Welcome, hip cats and groovy chicks. Welcome to the Jazz Ranch. I'm going to be talking about the concept of pedal tones in this video, or bass pedal points, bass pedal tones. And I'm going to be using the song April in Paris. I'm going to play it for you, and then I'm going to be talking about pedal points after I play it for you. So you're going to hear the use of the bass pedal tones right away at the beginning of this song. So here we go now with a great song called April in Paris. I will explain the concept later on. Here we go. Hello, welcome to the Jazz Ranch studio. I'm going to explain what I played here on April in Paris and how I use pedal tones and the concept of the pedal tone in the bass. Now, I'm going to give you the definition in Wikipedia. It says, in music, a pedal point or pedal tone is a sustained or repeated note, usually in the bass, while the chords above it change. This technique creates a sense of tension and release as the static bass note interacts with the shifting harmonies above it. Pedal points are often found on the tonic or dominant notes of a key. So that definition is just exactly right. It's just the way I would explain it. And in this case, that's what's happening. I'm using the pedal tone of a G. Now we're in the key of C here. The original key for this song is E flat, but I put it into the key of C just to make it easier for you to learn. And so the first 8 measures of the song, I use the pedal point or the pedal bass concept of a G note, or the 5. In other words, the pedal tone is often the root of the chord or the 5 of the chord. And this is the 5 of the key, or the chord. We're starting out with the G chord here now, so I'm going to use the G in the bass. We're in the key of C, so I'm going to use the 5, which is the G. And the first chord now is interesting because it's actually a D minor 7 flat 5. when I put the G pedal on the bottom there, it makes it a G9 sus chord with actually a flat 9 in it right there. That's the flat 9. There's the sus4. Then you have this shift resolving to C major. But I keep that G pedal in there. That's the pedal point which we're talking about here, or the pedal tone, in which the bass note is static. Means there's no movement. It stays right on that G. And it leaves you in a sense of suspension. Or they say tension. You don't get the release from that tension until there starts to be some harmonic movement. That pedal tone. G7 flat 9, then C chord with a G in the bass. Then I move some harmonies here. A minor, up to a G minor, 9 chord there, still on that G pedal tone, and then I move it to the C. Then finally you resolve it there on the 4 chord, on the F chord. Now we're moving. Now the harmony is moving. So you see the effect of that is very interesting, in that you're static, you're not moving, you're like have that pedal tone in there. And this is used a lot in jazz as well as in classical music, the use of the pedal bass. Now I repeated the concept at the end of the song. At the end of the song I went to resolving it to the 1, but going to the G pedal again, and then vamping on C chord with the G pedal over an F minor 6, which is the same as the G sus chord with the flat 9, or the D minor 7 flat 5. It's the same type of chord. So it's like a bookend of the beginning of the song, and I just vamp on that while improvising. See, so now you can begin to start to make your songs more interesting by not just playing straight chords and chordal movement, but by putting these pedal tones in there, which create a static movement, and you have the contrast of stationary harmonic aspects and then moving harmonic aspects. In other words, particularly when the bass is walking, it's forward movement. So you have a static situation, then you have forward movement, then back to static again. You have these contrasting sections of music. Now another example is on the song All of You. I take it from the Miles Davis version, where it goes same concept, same type of chord. Beginning of the song, this is the melody. Key of E flat, B flat pedal, the 5 on the pedal. So F minor 7 flat 5 to an E flat major, F minor 7 flat 5. Then it moves. Back to pedal again. B flat pedal. Release, now movement. Now you can improvise over that pedal concept again. Now movement. Get the idea of this? It's very interesting to use the pedal tones to create contrast within the concept of forward movement and static movement within a song. Now another example might be you could play like a tonic pedal tone over a passage of chords which stay the same, like I'll Remember April. It's all G, and then G minor. I could play a G pedal over the whole thing. Now movement. You see, get the idea of that G pedal. The tonic on the tonic. G minor. See, there you have an example now where you're using the tonic note as the pedal tone over an 8-measure passage. Now another one might be, I did this with a bass player once when we played Body and Soul with the pedal tone on the tonic. So Body and Soul is in the key of D flat. So like, how about this? Starts on the 2 chord. Now here you change it. See, so those first 4 bars can be all on the tonic. Now here we change it. That's another example. So what you want to do is, in the songs that you're learning to play, figure out where you can use the pedal tones. I've given you, 3 or 4 examples here now, and I can give you more of those. But I'm going to just leave it at that. Work with this song, April in Paris. Download it. Try using the pedal tone over the first 8 measures, and then at the vamp at the end. Just try doing that to get the concept of the pedal tone and see how it's working. So please write to me. We'll sign off now, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye. Signing off from the Jazz Ranch. Thanks so much for tuning in today. I want to give you a little shout out on my book. This is my book called Jazz Piano Methods and Songbook for Professional Playing. I've sold thousands of copies. I have a special sale going on right now. If you buy my book, you'll get my 140-page appendix of exercises for free. All you have to do is order my book through my website and then write to me, and my email address is below, and I will send that to you directly to your email. So please check out the videos I've made on both books so you can see everything that's inside them. Where can you go and see a complete inside of a book on a video? Only here at the Jazz Ranch. So thanks for tuning in today. Please give me a comment. I love to hear from you. I always answer all comments. You'll see that I do answer all comments if you give me enough time. And until next time, in the words of my great friend upstairs, Hermie Dressel, I'll say, swing loose. We'll see you next time around. Be cool. Bye-bye.